Swami Dayanand Saraswati, a prolific reformer of the Hindu religion, was born as Mool Shankar into a well-to-do family to a tax collector named Krishanji Lalji Kapadia and his wife Yashoda Bai on 12 February in the year 1824 at Tankara, located in Gujarat. He learnt Sanskrit and the Vedas in his childhood. He started pondering over the meaning of life after his sister and uncle died. Engaged to be married in his teens, Mool Shankar decided he wanted to lead an ascetic life and he ran away from home. He was seeking the truth about life. He also started practicing yoga during this time. His teacher in all things spiritual was Virjanand Dandish. He introduced Anglo-Vedic schools to offer Indian students an updated curriculum teaching both the knowledge of the Vedas along with contemporary English education. His political observations were the source of inspiration for a number of political leaders during India's struggle for independence. He was given the epithet of Maharshi and is considered as one of the makers of modern India. Maharshi Dayanand was a believer in Hinduism, just as the Vedas have outlined. Devoid of any corruption and embellishments, preserving the purity of the faith was utmost important to him. He strongly advocated the concepts of dharma, which he believed to be free from any partiality and as an embodiment of truthfulness. To him, a dharma was anything that did not hold true, was not just or fair, and was opposed to the teachings of the Vedas. He believed in reverence of human life irrespective of anything and condoned the practice of ahimsa or non-violence. He advised his countrymen to direct their energy towards betterment of mankind as a whole and not waste away in unnecessary rituals. He revoked the practice of idol worship and considered them a contamination introduced by the priesthood for their own benefit. He was against other social evils like superstitions and caste segregation. He advocated the concept of Swarajya, meaning a country free of foreign influence and resplendent in the glory of fair and just participants. On 7th April 1875, Dayanand Saraswati formed the Arya Samaj at Bombay. It was a Hindu reform movement, meaning Society of the Nobles. The purpose of the Samaj was to move the Hindu religion away from the fictitious beliefs. Krinvan to Vishwam Aryam was the motto of the Samaj, which means make this world noble. The Arya Samaj has 10 tenets and they are: Number 1. God is efficient cause of all true knowledge and all that is known through knowledge. Number 2. God is existent, intelligent and blissful. He is formless, omniscient, just, merciful, unborn, endless, unchangeable, beginningless, unequaled, the support of all, the master of all, omnipresent, immanent, unaging, immortal, fearless, eternal and holy, and the maker of all. He alone is worthy of being worshipped. Number 3. The Vedas are the scriptures of all true knowledge. It is the paramount duty of all Aryas to read, teach and recite them and to hear them being read. Number 4. One should always be ready to accept truth and to renounce untruth. Number 5. All acts should be performed in accordance with dharma, that is, after deliberating what is right and wrong. Number 6. The prime object of the Arya Samaj is to do good to the world, that is, to promote physical, spiritual and social good of everyone. Number 7. Our conduct towards all should be guided by love, righteousness and justice. Number 8. We should dispel avidya, that is ignorance, and promote vidya, knowledge. Number 9. No one should be content with promoting his, her good only. On the contrary, one should look for his, her good in promoting the good of all. And lastly, one should regard oneself under restrictions to follow the rules of society calculated to promote the well-being of all, while in following the rules of individual welfare all should be free. These 10 founding principles of the Arya Samaj was the pillar on which Maharshi Dayanand sought to reform India and asked people to go back to the Vedas and its undiluted spiritual teaching. The Samaj directs its members to condemn ritualistic practices like idol worship, pilgrimage and bathing in holy rivers, animal sacrifice, offering in temples, sponsoring priesthood, etc. The Samaj also encouraged followers to question existing beliefs and rituals instead of blindly follow them. The Arya Samaj not only sought spiritual reorganization of the Indian psyche, it also worked towards abolishing various social issues. Primary among these were widow remarriage and women education. The Samaj launched programs to support widow remarriage in the 1880s. Maharshi Dayanand also underlined the importance of educating the girl child and opposed child marriage. He proclaimed that an educated man needs an educated wife for the overall benefit of the society. Swami Dayanand Saraswati was also involved in various movements, and one of them was Shuddhi movement. It was introduced by Maharshi to bring back the individuals to Hinduism who were either voluntarily or involuntarily converted to other religions like Islam or Christianity. Shuddhi or purification was imparted to those who sought their way back to Hinduism, and the Samaj did an excellent work in penetrating the various strata of society, taking back the depressed classes into the folds of Hinduism. Maharshi Dayanand was fully convinced that the lack of knowledge was the main culprit behind the adulteration of Hinduism. He set up a number of gurukuls to teach his followers the knowledge of the Vedas and for them to spread the knowledge further. Inspired by his beliefs, teachings and ideas, his disciples established the Dayanand Anglo-Vedic College Trust and Management Society. After his death in 1883, the first DAV High School was established at Lahore on June 1, 1886 with Lala Hansraj as its headmaster. Although he was self-taught, he wrote many books such as Satyarth Prakash in the year 1875 and 1884, Sanskar Vidhi in the year 1877 and 1884, Yajurved Bhashyam 1878 to 1889. Due to his radical thinking and approach to the social issues and beliefs, Dayanand Saraswati created many enemies around him. In 1883, on the occasion of Diwali, the Maharaja of Jodhpur, Jaswant Singh II, had invited Maharshi Dayanand to his palace and sought the Guru's blessings. Dayanand offended the court dancer when he advised the king to forsake her and pursue a life of dharma. She conspired with the cook, who mixed pieces of glass in the Maharshi's milk. The Maharshi suffered excruciating pain but forgave the cook involved before he succumbed to death on October 30th, 1883 at Ajmer on the day of Diwali. Today, The Arya Samaj is very active not only in India but also in other parts of the world. The United States, Canada, Trinidad, Mexico, United Kingdom, Netherlands, Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda, South Africa, Malawi, Mauritius, Pakistan, Burma, Thailand, Singapore, Hong Kong and Australia are some of the countries where the Samaj has its branches. Although Maharshi Dayanand and the Arya Samaj were never involved in the Indian independence struggle directly, his life and his teachings had considerable influence in several important personalities like Lala Lajpat Rai, Vinayak Damodar Savarkar, Madam Kama, Ram Prasad Bismil, Mahadev Govind Ranade, Madan Lal Dhingra and Subhash Chandra Bose. Shaheed Bhagat Singh was educated at the DAV school in Lahore. He was universally revered figure, and American spiritualist Andrew Jackson Davis called Maharshi Dayanand son of God, admitting that he had exerted profound effect on his spiritual beliefs and applauded him for restoring the status of the nation. Thank you.